turbo hub is made up of 5 components. You've got your hub body, which is this section here, so you may only need to replace that section. You've got your elliptic sticks, so these slot in and they're attached to your poles. So with your spare hub you can potentially replace elliptic sticks or the hub body. You may not need to replace both. Okay, so first of all we're going to show you how to dismantle the turbo hub when you've just got it as a spare part. We do sell the hubs as a complete unit, like you're seeing Richard's got here. Sorry, the vision's a little over to the left of the screen. Alternatively, we do also sell elliptic sticks individually. So if you've only got a broken elliptic stick, you can just buy that separately. If you've got more components of the hub that are broken, you could buy a whole hub. So basically, you're going to unscrew the screws in the top, and then the top and the bottom of the hub are kind of press fitted together, or they're an interference kind of fit. So you'll need to just wiggle that around to pull that out, and then you can separate all the components. So depending on which part you require for your repair, you can then just use that part. So if you need to replace the hub body on your tent because it's broken or whatever, this little section will show you how to do that. So like pulling the hub apart itself, same process if the hub is installed on the tent. So you're just going to unscrew those the top cap, and the nuts will fall out the bottom. It's often a little bit easier to pull the hub apart when it's attached to the tent. So now you've got now you need to unclip the hub body from the tent. So there's a clip that is clipped up at the top of the tent. It's a sprung steel clip. Be careful not to damage it because it is sewn to the tent, so it's quite difficult to replace. So just some pliers and just unclipping that clip from there. So just be patient with it. They can be a bit fiddly. So there we've detached the hub body. Now we've got our new hub body here. So same thing in reverse. Oh, better remove the barcode sticker first. And you can see there where the nuts are captive in the bottom of the hub. So they, again, once you turn the hub upside down, they're probably going to come out. Either way, they'll just get caught on the tent fabric. So clip that center clip back onto the new hub body, and then we're simply going to replace the elliptic sticks back into the hub if they're all still good. Or it may be the case that you need to replace one or more of those elliptic sticks. So stay watching. There's a section about how to do that following this part. So then it's just a matter of reassembling that hub body. You can see the hub is sitting a little bit up, which makes it easier just to seat that in there. Then just going to go around and do the screws up one by one, just to get them all started. Make sure they're all started in there, all going before. Then we'll do a second round and tighten them up a little bit more. Being careful when you do this not to over tighten them. Of course, you can do this with a hand screwdriver if you don't happen to have a powered screwdriver handy. So just winding up the torque a little bit more, giving them a final tighten. And that's all there is to replacing the hub body. So next, the elliptic stick. If you've got one or more of these broken, this is the process to replace one of those. So the elliptic sticks are held to the pole with a bolt and a nut that goes through the pole and then through the body of the elliptic stick. So just undo the nut on the end, pull the bolt out, and you pull the elliptic stick out. They are quite a tight fit in the pole body. So pop that out, grab a new one, put it in. Now, first of all, you're going to need to make sure that the elliptic stick is nice and square. So you'll want to go back to the to the back of the pole in your knuckle, and just make sure everything is nice and square before you attach that elliptic stick to the pole. So the elliptic stick isn't pre-drilled; it doesn't have a hole through it, so you will need to drill that before you can secure it back on the tent. So again, we're just making sure that's nice and square, because if it's not square, then the tent frame won't sit square when you're done. So now you're just going to grab a drill bit, and it's a 5mm drill bit, but you can just double check against the bolt that you're going to put back in there. So carefully now, using the holes that are already drilled in the pole, go through the elliptic stick and back out through the pole. If you were replacing the pole as well at this stage, obviously you would need to drill new holes through the pole and the elliptic stick, depending on what your repair entails. So you obviously be careful with all the tools and things around when you're kneeling on your tent like this, just to keep the you don't want to put a hole in the fabric with a drill bit or anything like that. So now we're just going to pop that bolt back through the pole out the other side, and put the nut back on the other side, and then just tighten that up. Again, you could certainly do this with a hand screwdriver if you didn't have a drill handy, but you will need the drill to drill through the elliptic stick in this case. So now we're just going to so we've got our elliptic stick replaced, ready to reinstall in the hub. So earlier in the video we went through this in some more detail, so here's just a quick run through in case you're just watching this part. So basically you're going to reinstall those nuts, screw them in, go around, give them a final tighten, and you're all set for your next camping trip. Thanks for watching.